Hello everyone and welcome to Pickman's Model, which as I understand it is going to be a short adaptation of the H.P. Lovecraft short story of the same name. Now, I'm not too familiar with Pickman's Model, or at least I wasn't until I did a Google search just a few moments ago, and I managed to read the entire short story in like 10 or 15 minutes. It's pretty good. What I'll do is I'll put the link to the story down below, as well as the download link for the game if you want to try this out. So, yeah, looks pretty cool from the screenshots that I've seen, and I guess I'm playing this just to see how close an adaptation it really is. But here we go, this is Pickman's Model, hope you enjoy it. I told you I don't like taking the subway. And we got here more quickly anyhow in the taxi. Yes, I know you find me more nervous than the last time we met, but a doctor wouldn't be able to fix it. I don't know what happened to Pickman, and I dare not try to imagine it either. I should think you'd have known. I didn't drop Pickman for the same silly reasons those cowards of the club did. Join me with a drink before I tell you what happened that night. I'll need it. What I'm about to tell you transpired in Pickman's study. He led me there through a labyrinth of dark and broken down streets on the North End in Boston. Alright. Oh, is this Pickman? As I promised, here we are. This is my private place of work. And that's what Pickman sounds like, apparently, because I made that split-second decision. Okay. So yeah, it's a point and click. Let's see, what do we got to play with? Easels. Sure. Well, let's talk to the man himself, shall we? Take all the time you need. We'll move to my workshop afterwards. Alright. Okay, so we got some easels here. There wasn't any painting in progress in the small study. You sure about that? What's this then? Oh, okay, that's just sketches. Yeah. Let's have a look at the sketches. Those sketches! Nauseous, half-finished monstrosities leered from the pages. Which I think is an actual line from the H.P. Lovecraft story. Copied word for word, I think. So, okay, cool. Tall boy. Let's have a look at the tall boy. Over at Tall Boy, I found a rent receipt under the name of Peters. Okay. Pickman had rented the place on the cheap to a Sicilian under a fake name. Now, why would he do that? The place for an artist to live is Boston's North End, Thurber. Do you know the whole North End once had a set of tunnels which connected other houses, and the burying ground, and the sea? What were the reasons they were used for? Or which were the I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. We've got some art supplies over here on the shelf. The tools lying around the study were dry with paint and had been used intensely. Okay. So the mural, that's kind of striking. A piece of Pickman's twisted art decorated the wall. It certainly did. It certainly did. Okay, got some like cracks over here. And a leak. Let's have a look at the leak. The old house looked close to collapse. Sure, he probably shouldn't be standing right there then. Okay, that's the front door. Is there any escape? I'm assuming not. The darkness on the maze-like streets was so engulfing that Pickman had to carry a lamp to take us there. I see. Speaking of which, there's one down there. It's a kerosene lamp. Over a small table lied a kerosene lamp. Can I not pick it up? Take it with me? No? Okay. We've also got some stacked paintings down here in the corner. Giving a close look to the half-made paintings, I noticed Pickman was attempting to define his style as an extreme realism. This is just a waste of good canvas. Let me show you something better. Ah, here we go. Where are you going? I guess we're done with this room. We're moving on. I would never tell those Puritans from the club about the work I do here. I'm sure you wouldn't. And off he goes. You should remember that the shocking paintings Pickman made, and eventually himself, weren't welcomed at the art club anymore. And you must recall that Dr. Reed developed a repulsion for Pickman, sometimes whispering that his features were becoming far from human. That doesn't really surprise me in an H.P. Lovecraft novel, honestly. There you go. Back then, I just thought he'd let Pickman's paintings get on his nerves, or harrow up his imagination. But as we're about to discover, that was not the case. Let's move on to the cellar. Yeah, I mean, so far so good, really. It's a decent adaptation. Everything seems to be falling in line with the actual story. Alright, let's just go from right to left. We got a lamp over here. Can we take this one? No, it's built into the wall, and it lit the cellar poorly. Ah, I don't know about that. It seems to be lighting this mural fairly well. Let's have a look. Upon looking at the figure in the mural, I understood why the one on the entrance seemed incomplete. I like the teeth. Okay, we got a camera down here and some more stacked paintings, but can't have a look at those. Let's have a look at the camera. I use this camera to photograph scenes for my backgrounds, so I don't have to carry my equipment around the town. Fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, let's speak to the man himself again. This is the cellar. My workshop is further ahead. I see. Okay. Through the darkness, I guess. Or is it, maybe down the well? Let's have a look at the boarded up well. I wager most houses built here before the 1700s have something strange in their cellars. There's hardly a month that you don't read of workmen finding bricked up arches and wells leading nowhere in this or that old place as it comes down. Like I told you before, this well is the reason I took this place. Alright. Must be something pretty good down there. Okay. Are we heading into the darkness or not? I kind of wish I had a lamp, really. Yeah, an old stone well emerged. Oh, here we go. Follow me, Thurber. That's what Pickman told me before venturing into the darkness of the room. And I guess now it's my turn? Oh, no, the cellar was engulfed by an impenetrable darkness, as you can see. So maybe we do need the lamp? So, oh, it's probably not this one because this is built into the wall. I feared the effects on the old masonry. So yeah, let's go back and pick up the one that was on the stool. Yeah, I lifted the lamp to take it to the cellar with me. There you go. Alright, do we have like... Okay, I don't know if we have an inventory like most point-and-click games. Doesn't seem so. Maybe we're just going to use it automatically. Let's just try going into the darkness again. Here we go. The kerosene lamp allowed me to illuminate the remaining of the cellar. Okay. And in we go. Are you sure about that? Could have fooled me. Oh, here we go. Alright. I'm sorry, Thurber. My eyes get used to the dark quite fast. This is my private workshop. It's here where I reach my highest inspiration. Alright. So, I guess let's speak to him first, yeah? Here's where I do my painting, where the inspiration is thickest. This place is one of those on the north end where the terrifying, wondrous, and strange happenings of the past linger. Alright, we'll just have to see about that. Let's save this one for later, because I think this is what it's all about, really. We've got a couple of other paintings. 3 paintings here. Is it just 3? Okay, it seems so. Wait. There was more darkness than that, surely. Although I suppose, maybe not, you know, with the light. Let's have a look at the paintings from right to left. One of the pictures illustrated a cradle and the silhouette of a creature lurking on the window. Alright. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah. And this? The picture presented a witch hanged on Gallows Hill. She was surrounded by a group of creatures with canine traits. The witch's face was faintly akin to the ones of the creatures. You must think Salem's witchcraft is a delusion, but you would be surprised by the things my 4-times great-grandmother could have told you. She was hanged right there, at Gallows Hill. What a name for it. So yeah, it's not exactly a direct translation. I think there's a few spelling errors here and there. But there you go. So, Cradle of the Changeling, Salem's Witch, and what's this one? Looks like a demon or something. The painting represented today's Cops Hill burying ground. Right. So there you go. So no mention of the demon or the gargoyle-looking thing. Looks like it might be a church over there, but yeah, okay. Anything else? Oh no. This is my latest painting. The way Pickman said those words, crowned by a disgusting ironic smirk, couldn't have prepared me for what he revealed. Whoa! When I saw the picture, I couldn't keep back a loud scream, which resounded in every corner of the cellar. Why? Why? What's up with it? Let's just take a look. Okay, so, you know, with the short story I read, there wasn't any illustrations to go with it, so I had my own imagination to go on. This isn't exactly what I pictured, but sure, let's take a look at it. It wasn't the scene what stirred me up in terror. It wasn't the pointed ears, the claws, nor the hairy body of the monsters. It was the technique. That damn and morbid realism. Really don't think I should be hearing growling just looking at this thing. Creature feeding, okay. Right. Is it just me or is he nervous? Pickman listened attentively. I could sense his fear. Straining my ears, I could hear the faint sound of something crawling through the ground, like rodents. Rats in the walls? Maybe? I don't know. There's also something up here, which, well, I'm not sure what it is. What is it? I found a curled up piece of paper stuck to the canvas and took it without much thought. Go on then. Suddenly, a deafening crack resonated through the vaulted ceiling from the cellar's entrance. Shit. Shh. Quiet. Wait here. Absolutely. You go deal with it. I'll wait right here. Whoa. He's a bit trigger happy, isn't he? Kind of an abrupt end. Is he going to come back? Can he come back? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to stand here next to this painting, really. Let's investigate. Weird filter over everything now. It's kind of cool. So yeah, through the darkness again. Oh, there's blood in the boarded up well. And he's okay. Okay, well, let's talk to him. I'm truly sorry our visit ended in such a bitter note. Do you want to explain the boarded up well? Who knows what those rats eat, Thurber? The soul tunnels connect with the cemetery, ancient witches' dens, and the sea cost. Whatever it is, they must have run short, for they were devilish anxious to get out. Evidently so. Alright. Yeah. I think maybe it's time to leave and brave the labyrinth of streets, right? You are right, Thurber. It's time to leave. Okay, let's get out of here. And you're coming too. Cool. Yeah. That was the last time I saw Pickman, and thank heavens for that. The next morning I felt like I had waken up from a nightmare, and I swear I would still believe it today. If not because of the cramped paper I found in my jacket's pocket. The photograph I burned wasn't of a scenery Pickman employed as a background. It was of the real creatures he used as models for their painting. Ooh, spooky. And Finn, so that's where it ends. That is Pickman's model. Yeah, that ends much the same way as it does in the short story. So, yeah, you know what, as a game, this was kind of lackluster. There wasn't too much to it. It was okay, but as an adaptation, this was pretty solid, honestly. You can't really get too much better than this. And I really like the art style they used in the game, to be honest, because it's all about painting, right? And so it fits. Kind of reminds me of the art style used in another H.P. Lovecraft adaptation that I played on the channel earlier, a few years ago, I guess now. The Terrible Old Man, I think it was called. That was pretty good. Yeah. Comparing Pickman's model the game to Pickman's model the story, I think the story is going to always win, really, because your mind, your imagination can always concoct something up that's much scarier than whatever they can show you on the screen. So yeah, that kind of wins by default. But yeah, not a bad adaptation at all. That was a good 10 minutes of fun for me. And if I introduced someone to Pickman's model for the first time, then you know what? That can only be a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Because there's a lot of H.P. Lovecraft short stories that do sort of go unnoticed, but some of them are well worth reading. Or they're well worth making into an adaptation, I guess. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you back in another video very soon. See you then. Alright. Oh, is this Pickman? As I promised, here we are! This is my private place of work. And that's what Pickman sounds like, apparently, because I made that split-second decision. Okay. Sometimes whispering that his features were becoming far from human. It doesn't really surprise me in an H.P. Lovecraft novel, honestly. The kerosene lamp allowed me to illuminate the remaining of the cellar. Okay. And in we go. Are you sure about that? It was the technique. That damn and morbid realism. Really don't think I should be hearing growling just looking at this thing. Absolutely, you go deal with it. I'll wait right here. Whoa. He's a bit trigger happy, isn't he?